Hi, I'm Sherry Meeks, author of Finding Tambry, and here's another author tip for you. Today we're going to look at simile and metaphor, which are literary devices that compare one thing to another. With simile, as or like is used within the comparison, and with metaphor, neither one of those words are used. And I thought we'd take a look at one of my favorite writers and a writer that I think really mastered how to use simile and metaphor, and that is Eudora Welty, and there she is right there. And what we're going to look at is A Worn Path, which is a short story that Eudora Welty wrote. It is about Phoenix Jackson, an elderly African-American woman who is making her way through the woods trying to get to the pharmacy to buy medicine for her very sick young grandson. So let's take a look. Let's dive in. She was very old and small, and she walked slowly in the dark pine shadows, moving a little from side to side in her steps, with the balanced heaviness and lightness of a pendulum in a grandfather clock. So there's your metaphor. And with this, I go back to this one time and time again. It works on so many levels. We can see how Phoenix is walking through the woods because she's walking like a pendulum. We can see her legs moving very slowly, very deliberately, just like a grandfather clock. And the fact that it is a grandfather clock speaks to time, and it speaks to the fact that Phoenix is old. So it works on so many levels. And we'll continue with that same paragraph. She carried a thin, small cane made from an umbrella, and with this she kept tapping the frozen earth in front of her. This made a grave and persistent noise in the still air that seemed meditative, like the chirping of a solitary little bird. So your like was there, so that's simile. So the noise is being compared to the chirping of a solitary little bird, and the imagery and the sound that we hear just by that little extra comparison helps the reader walk alongside you or alongside Phoenix Jackson as the reader's reading the story. So metaphor and simile can help the reader to understand just a little more about what's going on with a character. All right, so there's simile and metaphor. Again, we'll talk about Eudora Welty in a future post. I hope you found this helpful. Try your hand at metaphor and simile. And again, I'm Sherry Meeks, author of Finding Tambry, and we'll talk again soon.